Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a late night unboxing. So we're going to be opening up the Hero 8 Black here alongside the Media Mod and the Shorty, which is the mini extension pole slash tripod thing. And now the reason we're unboxing this is because after some initial testing with the Insta360 1R, it's proven to be an interesting concept, but it doesn't feel like it's been executed quite just well enough to be a reliable action cam. And so I'm going to do a separate review video on that, kind of detailing the issues I've had about it, but also the kind of cool things about it. But for my purposes, I think the trusty GoPro is definitely going to be the go-to camera because of the much better audio, better video recording modes, better built-in stabilization, etc. And so let's just get into it and see how this thing unboxes. And then we'll do like a proper review of this and a proper review of the Insta360 1R, and maybe even a comparison video between the two in the coming couple of days. So let's get started with the GoPro itself. I once again have the trusty adhesive remover. However, fortunately enough for me, I believe the packaging on the GoPro is much more intelligent, so there seems to be a nice blue tab here on the bottom that did not tear completely, but we'll give it a try. We are currently at the audio editing station, or just editing station in general, and it is a rather late night unboxing, so pardon me for the moderately scuffed setup and probably moderately scuffed video you're going to get here. But to get this thing started, okay, so the whole thing just comes out the bottom here. That's really nice. I do really much appreciate the clear plastic at the top. It really displays the camera itself without even having to open the packaging, which is always a nice thing. That's kind of one thing that bothers me with the Insta packaging, was that you didn't see the camera until you opened it, and then you just get the little camera blocks, and you're like, it'd be cooler if they kind of displayed their camera in a little bit more of an intuitive way. Like in here, you see the camera, you see how it looks like, you can kind of see what you're going to get. And then this doesn't look like it has anything important besides just this cool actual decent quality plastic at the top, and then just the cardboard box, so I can put that to the side. We'll go over the actual technical specifications and stuff like that in an actual review video, but for now this is just like the unboxing experience. What's also nice is this is on this like nice little plastic stand here on the top, and I'm assuming you could probably actually use this stand because it's like in here on the proper GoPro mount. You could probably take this piece of plastic off and actually use it to stand your camera up, which is pretty cool. Another kind of sign of intelligent design. So let's pull this open. Looks like there's just a tab here I can open up. And so a bunch of cardboard tabs that open up here. And this reveals the, of course, classic sticky adhesive mount. You can probably slide everything here out of the way. We've got a lot of stuff on this desk. Of course, the new GoPro battery with the blue band on the bottom. I think it has the same capacity but has a higher power delivery rate, so it allows for the hypersmooth to be used in all the frame rates with the new one compared to the Hero 7. And that's pretty much all you got out of the box, so definitely less stuff in the box than the 1R, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's mainly we're mainly counting on the camera to be good more than anything, so I haven't used this at all. Okay, so we pull this little interesting. Okay. Alright, so I'm not familiar with the super new mounting systems, but it looks like this one has this little rubber tab that was pushed down to prevent these clips from squishing together to pull out. So this looks like a really cool mounting method because it's like a little, very simple mechanical lock to keep this from unlocking itself and falling out. Nice design, I do very much like that. Box itself here doesn't look like there's anything else in here, besides of course just the papers you get with every other product. Decent stack of papers. I've seen better, but those aren't too important. You usually never read those unless you really need some technicals. Like, unless it's a computer motherboard or something like that, you typically don't need to refer to those too much. I'm not going to bother too much with this now, but it definitely looks like you can salvage this plastic kind of stand piece here. You could definitely use that for your GoPro if you wanted to just stand it up somewhere on a desk. Let's just play bowling with the packaging here to get that out of the way. So let's take a look at the camera itself. Like that has a little like it looks like a little peel on the back, which kind of like previews what the screen looks like. Like it's like a little plastic layer. Let's see if I can find a tab on it. Ooh, it's very flush. I don't know if I can get that off. We may just have to leave that on there for the time being. We'll have to deal with that another time. But so far, looking at this thing, definitely nice and compact, as per most GoPros. I like the sleek design. The lens is much more flush with the camera body. This is very sleek. I like it. Got the recording button on the top, mode button on the side. The front is like nice and clean. You can see there's a microphone right here. You can see there's a microphone here. And then of course what's nice about this one is that it has the kind of built-in little legs at the bottom, so you don't need the little casing for it or anything. That'll also definitely probably help with the audio quality. I've heard the audio qualities out of these is really good because you don't have any like big clamshell kind of case covering the microphones or making noise or anything like if you're mountain biking, so that should be really good. Also there's the kind of new battery door here on the side, slash SD card door. I'll have to figure out exactly how that functions. But so far, pulling out of the box, this definitely feels like a much higher quality product than the Insta360 1R, because it just feels like it has a much stronger build quality on the outside. Not to mention it's not modular, which the modular idea is cool, but I don't see that thing being very waterproof or durable. But this thing looks like it's built pretty solid, and it's like nice and compact. Looks pretty good. So let's put that right there. Let's next take a look at the media mod, which is going to be definitely a good addition to the lineup. So basically the setup we're going for is kind of a mix between an action cam and a vlog cam with the setup here. We're going to have the GoPro, we're going to have the media mod around the GoPro, and we'll of course have that all on the shorty here, so we can set it down using the tripod legs to film stuff from further away. On the ride you can turn this into a handle or a selfie stick, and then of course with the media mod you get the nice shotgun mic, so if you're doing vlog style stuff, that's great. And then you also get the 3.5 jack and the cold shoe mounts, which I'm planning to use a lav microphone, which I already have, or I also have a shotgun microphone, which might be a really interesting experiment with, like a much bigger shotgun microphone. That'll be a funny mod to try out. But all these things would be interesting additions to try out. And so let's get to unboxing this. Looks like in this case we will have to use the trusty little knife here. It says Mini Joker on the blade. I'm not sure why. It might be a Joker reference. Or maybe it's just interesting marketing. Alright, let's not go cross-legged so I don't cut straight through my calves here. Let's see. Another quality packaging here. Oh boy, which side is up? Alright, that's everything out of the box. More papers. I've already got like a drawer full of them, just from all the stuff I've bought so far, just throughout the years. Alright, first impressions. Not bad, not bad. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so that's where it... Okay, that's nice. Alright, so far, much better feeling buttons, and they're also much more accessible than the 1R clamshell. The cold shoe mounts are nice. These feel like metal, or what are they? Yeah, these feel... I can't tell. They feel like metal cold shoe mounts, which is obviously good. You don't want plastic cold shoe mounts. The microphone unit up here in the top left or right, depending on which way you look at it, top left if you look at it from the front, is like more hefty than I was expecting, but it does look pretty nice, high quality, which is good. And then you got the little 3 ports on the back. That's going to be very useful. They look nice and accessible. And it also looks like it's probably pretty easy to put on, so I'm assuming you... Okay, so you probably pull that out, snap it on. Okay, it looks pretty good. Like you can tell that it's got some quality construction. Like this is of course most of this outside casing is plastic, but definitely feels like a much sturdier plastic than the clamshell you get with the 1R. That one feels like your kind of older GoPro style clamshell plastic. I'm not sure specifically about like the quality of it, but you can tell just the construction has a little bit more going for it on this one. Oh, and then we also get some more interesting things here. We get yet another mounting screw. As if you didn't have enough GoPro mounting screws already, just add it to the collection. And we get another one of these. Pull that out. Another one of these. Pretty good. Oh yeah. You can tell just from the design and the construction, these are definitely better than the Insta360 1R clips. Like the stuff I got with the mountain bike kit, all those felt like kind of like, they honestly felt like cheap third-party GoPro clips, but these ones have the nice little like rubber bit that I was talking about earlier that keep them from being able to snap open. They got like this part up here, you can tell is more robust, and it has like this metal cap on here on the back instead of the kind of nut on the side. So it definitely looks just like a more sleeker, modern design. I mean, I'm not gonna stress test these. I don't want to break my parts here, but they definitely seem higher quality and better, newer design than what you got with the bike kit, the Insta 360 1R. Very interesting cardboard origami thing going on here, but I don't think there's anything else in there. Throw that to the side. And then last thing here we have is the Shorty, which is the mini tripod extension pole. This is the thing I'm most interested to unbox because I already kind of knew what to expect here. I mean, the media mod case, the GoPro, you're going to put it together. It's going to look like a pretty cool little vlogging camera. I mean, of course, it won't be the replacement for the Sony A7 anytime soon, but it's definitely going to be better for on the go, and it's going to be something I can take with while one-wheeling without, you know, sweating bullets with every maneuver I do on the one wheel. So once again, we need the trusty adhesive remover. Oof, my brain is already starting to go low on battery here. It is currently 10:12 p.m. Let's get this open here on the bottom. Okay, it's a lot of packaging for a very small device, but this thing is pretty solid. So absolutely tiny, but it's easily enough to get a good little handhold on. What I want this for is to be ultra compact and ultra lightweight, and this is what the one to get, it looks like. So let's pull these tripod legs out and see how this works. Alrighty. So this will just be a chill little tripod for the GoPro. That's nice. I feel like I can easily set that up anywhere I go, which is going to be great. So like if I'm filming something one wheel specific, I can say set this down. And how does this extend? Do you just like pull on this, push on this? Ah, okay. So what I can also do is do the little tripod setup and bring it up a little bit off the ground for a little bit higher off the ground. Okay, looks pretty good. What's interesting as well is for this one you don't get the typical GoPro style screw, which looks like this. You get the kind of screw you'd expect to see on the bottom of like a tripod head, like on the one the Sony is currently on. So I'm not really sure. You could probably use this one no problem if you want to have the option to quick disconnect and change it up. But so far this thing seems pretty interesting. So the sliding parts here are out of metal, and then there's like the little plastic rims at the top. There's no like give or flex with it. It's definitely, it feels a little bit more sturdy than the Insta360 one, but of course it doesn't extend nearly as far as that invisible selfie stick, so I wouldn't expect any give at all. The little tripod legs here do feel a little bit lighter and more plasticier than I was expecting, which, you know, for the price point of GoPro accessories, would be nicer if they like added some little rubberized feet or something. That'd be really cool. That'd be a nice accessory to see. But in terms of just having something insanely light as a tripod, this thing seems like it'll definitely do the job. Like, this thing is absolutely tiny. Like this with the GoPro together, that's easily pocketable. Any larger grip would probably not be as pocketable, but this together, this is something you can easily throw in a bag. And what's nice is this has the multi-purpose of being a kind of slight selfie stick and tripod all at the same time, which will be very interesting. So that will be definitely kind of one of the main tools I'm going to be using here when it comes to future filming for the channel. And so this looks all pretty good. Let's also take this battery out of the thing here. Okay, it's got the little pull tab on the back. That's very nice. It's pretty good. Put that in there. Get rid of the plastic. Add it to the pile of packaging to keep in case things go wrong. Close this thing up. But yeah, so far, definitely a little bit of a nicer unboxing experience, especially when it comes to the accessories. I mean, the accessories are a bit expensive for what they are. And you could probably find some better third-party accessories, but I think in terms of tiny handles and tiny GoPros, this was definitely the one to go for. And then, of course, if I do plan on picking up any further accessories, it will most likely be like used ones through Craigslist, because all these ones are it's pretty much still using that same universal 3-prong, 2-prong screw through the middle kind of mounting system. So looks pretty good. I'll play with it, put it together, learn exactly how it works, and then probably the next couple days I'll do a specific kind of review of this setup as a whole and like how the different parts function alongside kind of my experience with the 1R. Maybe some side-to-side comparisons, but unfortunately the 1R is giving me a lot of issues and is definitely on its way to getting returned. If the Insta360 contact like support will be nice and cooperate. It's not great. But here we have the GoPro here, right? We'll experiment with it and we'll make an epic video soon.